Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
64 degrees with rain falling. It's almost like spring out there, only it's January, and our weather is potentially about to take a turn. Good evening, I'm Marissa Sarr back with Big Fox News. We're flipping the switch from spring right back into winter, and heavy rain today is going to make that switch over to ice and then to snow. But before we hear details on that big change coming soon, first news of flooding that's led to the evacuation of Camp Bell. Steuben County officials have declared a state of emergency there. Residents have been asked to evacuate to Camp Bell Savannah Elementary School in Savannah. And now to the system that is causing this flooding. What's still to come tonight? Chief Meteorologist Chris Summers is joining us now and tracking it all in his Big Fox forecast. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Marissa. Yeah, hard to believe we saw temperatures in the 60s late this afternoon, and by tomorrow afternoon at the same time, we're probably going to be seeing temperatures in the 20s with wind chills in the single digits. A big low-pressure system making its way across the northeast has us underneath a winter storm warning until 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon for all this area here in pink, including us here in Elmira and actually going further to the north and to the east and west as well. Now, we're going to start with rain like we saw today, and overnight tonight that rain will change to freezing rain, possibly mixed up with a little bit of sleet before snow moves in overnight and early tomorrow morning, and then through much of the day on Saturday we'll have snow out there. Very heavy snow possible too, with 4 to 8 inches very possible as far as accumulations across our area. Travel will not be advised on your Saturday, and just better hunker down for the day anyway, as temperatures are going to be dropping throughout the day as well and getting those wind chills to come back with the wind chills into the single digits across the area. So what can you expect to see? Well, cloudy, breezy. Those periods of snow will actually taper off as we go through the day on Saturday, but again about 2 to 4 inches of snow accumulating. May have as much as 2 inches of sleet as well. That would be about the 4 to 8 inch total then for everyone across the Twin Tiers area. Then mostly cloudy skies and the bitterly cold temperatures really hang around as we head into the rest of the weekend and into early next week as well. Here's our future radar again showing what's going on out there. We have a little rain out there earlier today, but now that rain has changed over the areas here in pink and blue, indicating that changeover of freezing rain to sleet. And then the actual blue area behind that is snow. And as you can see through much of the day tomorrow, that snow will be moving across our area and going to pile up again, maybe 4 to 8 inches possible here in the Twin Tiers area. Now you go a little further to the south and east, maybe only 1 to 2 inches down in that area, maybe getting closer to southern parts of New York and actually northern parts of Pennsylvania. But even further to our north, though, you could run into 10 inches of snow around Syracuse. Again, we're expecting about 3 to 6 here, maybe up to 7 or 8. Locally heavy amounts can be found across our area as we go through the day on our Saturday. Hour by hour forecast, yeah, we're going to really drop temperatures as we go through the day too, with teens and overnight lows into the single digits once again as well. And here's what it looks like with that low pressure system as it heads out into the next couple of days. We'll see it continue to move away, and it looks like cold temperatures back in the forecast for the next several days with highs in the teens on Sunday. Marissa?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, and road crews will have a tricky situation on their hands. Normally, ahead of an ice event, they would treat the roads, but with rain falling all day, anything they would put down would just get washed away. Roads are likely to ice over quickly when the front moves through, and crews will be out in dangerous weather. And if the ice eventually will switch over to snow, could be even more dangerous. And in other news, the man accused of killing a Big Flats mailman last November pleads not guilty to charges he faces in Steuben County. 32-year-old Curtis Burrows pled not guilty to kidnapping, robbery, criminal possession of a weapon, and 2 counts of grand larceny. He also pled not guilty to second-degree murder and 12 other counts in Chemung County. Police say his crime spree began with the attempted kidnapping of a Corning woman. They say he then stole her car and crashed it on the Steuben-Chemung County line. Now, police say he then broke into a Big Flats home and shot and killed 60-year-old Timothy Webster. And then he stole his vehicle as well. Keep it here. Chris is back with another quick look at our changing Big Fox forecast.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox.
Our 7-day forecast, the big change in the next 24 hours. We had temperatures in the 60s today, falling to the teens tomorrow with rain, changing from freezing rain to sleet, eventually into some snow. We could be seeing 2 to 4 inches of snowfall and up to 8 inches altogether as we head into the day on Saturday. Then teens hang around for your Sunday with cold temperatures continuing as well. Maybe a little bit warmer next week, getting at least back in the 30s. with no little chance of snow by Tuesday. And by the time we get to the middle part of next week, we drop back into the 20s once again. So it looks like winter is back to stay with us across the Twin Tiers.
A lot to keep our eyes on for sure.
Yeah, definitely need to be careful tomorrow if you're heading out. Maybe just best to kind of hunker down and just stay in tomorrow and kind of let road crews get out there and do what they need to do, and maybe head out on Sunday instead.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, an Australian reporter was in front of a camera working for her story on the Santos Tour Down Under cycling race when this happened.
To prepare for far out.
A large truck with a load of hay sped past and took out the inflatable start and finish line, dragged it all the way down the road. Now the truck managed to stop with the inflatable actually still intact. The signage was quickly put up in enough time for the winner of the women's race to cross the finish line. Thanks for joining us on Big Fox News. Have a great evening.